Alright, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, and in particular the AWD 1112 Application Programming with Java class, I've been going over a series of video presentations based on the books for the classes, and what I'm doing first is going over the textbook Java Quick Syntax Reference. It's an A-Press book that has 22 chapters in it and about 100 or so pages. And we are now going over conditionals. We've talked about the if statement already, but I'm going to put a little bit more than what we had in there previously, and then we'll look at the switch. All right, finally we'll talk about the ternary operator. And I guess that'll do it for this class, or this particular lecture. So, we've already looked at the if. We did it before at least, but let's do it again. All right, so again, I'm going to come down everything that I've been doing here. I am going to comment out. Fact. There we go. Now everything is commented out. Okay. So I'm going to keep this real simple. I'm going to say int number equals 17. If number modulo 2 equal 0, s out the number plus number plus is even. Now, what I'm saying is if 17 divided by 2 results in no remainder, it's going to say the number is even. My guess is I'm going to get absolutely no output from this program because 17 is not an even number. But let's look. And I don't have any. Now, if I come through here and I say else, and I grab my s out, and I say it's odd, now let's see what I get. The number 17 is odd. So when you work with a program that's odd and even, like this, all right, or you've got two possibilities, I'm saying if it's one thing, do this, otherwise do this. Now the point is, only one of those two lines can be hit. All right? So I'm going to change this, and I'm going to do this. All right? Let's see. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say int result equals number modulo 2. Okay? Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to say if the number was 0 to begin with. All right? Then I'm going to say the number, grab that line, 0 is neither odd nor even. All right, else if result equal 0, I'm going to say it's even, else I'm going to say it's odd. Now, I'm going to save this, and when I do, and I run it, it's going to look the same as it did before, because I'm using 17. The number 17 is odd, exactly what we had before. But if I come through here and I make this 0, and I save it, and I run it, now it says the number 0 is neither odd nor even. So when I have multiple conditions like this with an if this is the case, I do this. Otherwise, if this is the case, I do this. Otherwise, I just do this. Notice there's no condition with the else. These are Boolean conditions. It's true or false. It's true or false. If this is true, we do this. Otherwise, if this is true, we do this. Otherwise, we do this. If you can have multiple else ifs, and they all must come before the last else. And the last else is always optional. All right. Let's leave this. I'm going to again copy or take everything that's in there and comment it out. And I want to show you the switch statement. All right. And I'm going to say here char size equals m. All right, and I'm going to do a switch on size. And I'm going to say here case s out, you're small, and break. Now, let me grab this. And we're going to have small, medium, large. We'll just say X for extra large. And then finally one more, which we'll put in here, and we'll make this default. All right. So if you're an S, you're a small. If you're an M, you're a medium. If you're an L, you're a large. If you're an X, you're an extra large. And if we don't know, I'm just going to say your size is unknown. All right. So we will save this, run it, and our output is you're a medium. Why? Because we set it here to M. This is like a big if statement. This is like if size equal S, do this. Else if size M, do this. Else if size L, do this. Else if size X, do this. Else. Just like with the final else and an if, the default that's here, the default is not mandatory. The word break by these is mandatory. If I left the word break out, I'm not going to show you, but if I left the word break out, and since it's an M, it would say you're a medium, you're a large, you're an extra large, your size is unknown. All right? These are all things that we've covered earlier. So I don't think there's anything else in here that we haven't already looked at. Let's quickly look here at the ternary operator. So again, I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab everything that we've done in here so far, and I'm commenting it out. Now, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to have two numbers. Int x equals 45. Int y equals 37. Int max. And if I say here, if x is greater than or equal to y, whoops, max equals x. Else max equals y. S out, the biggest number is plus max. Now you could probably figure out that if we did this correctly, and if I don't have any errors, it should say the biggest number is 45. I think that's what's going to happen. The biggest number is 45. Good. The point is, how many lines of code did we do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines of code. There is absolutely nothing wrong with what we just did. Nothing. But what if I could replace those 8 lines with a single line that said max equals x greater than or equal to y question mark x colon y. This will do the same thing. Let's run it to be sure. It should still say the biggest number is 45. The biggest number is 45. How did that work? Well, the ternary operator is called ternary because there's 3 operators in it. 1, 2, 3. It's also called the question mark colon operator. It says run this test. If the test is true, do what comes after the question mark, which means assign x to max. If you run this and it's false, do what's false, which comes after the colon. So take y and assign it to max. Let's make this 137 and run the program again. Now it comes up and it says the biggest number is 137. Again, this is all meant to be, more than anything else, a lot of review for you. All right? So now we have gone through and we are up to Chapter 8 talking about loops. And I'll be back with that in just a couple minutes.